Okay, and we're back. Let's get on
Hello.
with this, Chris.
Right. Maximum effort.
Yeah, I've never seen a man eat 2 boxes of 20 nuggets that fucking fast before. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, man?
What can I say?
Angel made steel.
That's it. What can I say?
By the tranny on all high, by the cam and the U joint blessed be.
I like to imagine that this is what Liz hears when you talk to her about cars.
What? Quasimodo, can't do that.
Hey,
Liz, hurry! Look what I found!
no, I was talking more about his overly loquacious way of speaking.
Look! See, here, divine meets drive shaft and a symbiosis of fate.
I just imagine you talking about cars and this is what Liz hears. Like, you just suddenly go from tired to like the fucking unabridged works of Shakespeare. Only it's about cars.
I'm trying to swallow a chicken nugget. Oh man.
Don't be doing that. You've got to build the fucking car, Chris.
I just noticed he's got car tyres cut as knee guards.
Yes, he does.
Come on, see. Let's go.
In all fairness, car tires are ridiculously tough.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Can I... Do you ever watch Pimp My Ride?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay, so I watched an episode of Pimp My Ride once, and
Pimp My Ride.
this tangent's going to die very, very quickly after starting, but I watched an episode of Pimp My Ride once, and they once had a 4x4, and basically, they had tires that were so thick, they actually had to have their own sensor in the car to let you know when the tires were popped and flat, and just to because like the tires would still run fine, even if they had a puncture.
A lot of modern cars have that, you know, like Mercedes have that as a feature.
No, but like these tires were so thick that they demonstrated the tires, and the guy had to take a fucking drill to them just to puncture them because they were that tough.
Do you want to hear an interesting fact about Pimp My Ride?
Yeah, go on.
Did you know the contestants? Right, you know when what's that bloke's name?
I have no fucking clue. I haven't watched Pimp My
The
Ride
point is,
since I was like...
when the rapper showed up to their house to pick up their ride, did you know that wasn't actually their house?
It was a show house.
It was they rented a house
Well, no, in all
for the
fairness...
contestant to stay out of. Also,
In all fairness, that's probably the smartest thing they could have done, though, because otherwise their actual fucking house should have been on national TV.
yeah, but do you know something else as well?
Go on.
How much do you like Pimp My Ride?
I played the PlayStation game once, and I watched like 6 episodes all the way through.
But do you love like the idea of Pimp My Ride?
I liked the idea of Pimp because I used to watch Pimp My Ride with my dad pre-head injury, and then after we ran out of Pimp My Ride to watch. Anyway, so we watched that, and then we ran out, and then we started watching Monster Garage with Jesse James.
Monster Garage.
And then after that, we watched the sequel, Bangla Bunglers. But yeah, so I enjoy that kind of show.
Along with anything of use.
Well, Pimp My Ride, did you know once they finished building the cars, they would take all the expensive stuff back out of the cars and just leave the person with just a shell of a car? Seriously.
Oh, that's horrible.
So they would get, but not being funny. Why did they put tiny, like 6-inch TVs on their mudguards?
Oh God!
I have a snow.
That wasn't
cone machine in the boot.
That wasn't the funniest one. The funniest one was some woman who had like a people carrier, and she wanted a space in the bag for her dog, and for some fucking reason, they put a TV in the boot for the dog with the and like genuinely they kept on repeating the sentence. Yeah, there's a TV in the bag. Now the dog can watch Scooby Doo. Every fucking person, the build crew kept saying it, deadpan fucking serious.
What about the fact that when the ice cream truck showed up and he had like barbed fencing, like
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he had mesh over over the window, and I remember that the backstory was kids used to literally grab the side of the bus and pull it, and then like the rapper looked at the screen like, what kind of neighborhood do you do, and like kind of thing. Anyway, so what do you know what they did when they pimped up his ice cream truck?
Go on.
They stuck a robotic arm that he could load the ice cream to, and it would drop and serve the children.
They did not.
They did.
Oh, fuck me. Engineer, look for a clip.
Man, this is the bomb. But I'm gonna make Dante's job even easier with a super robotic arm. Now that I have the arm, all we have to do is wire it up next to the shelving so the kids can reach it.
Oh, God. The point is there was some crazy stuff in that show. And I used to like it because I used to watch it when I was a kid. But when I watch it now, it's just cringy.
Yeah.
I'm like really into cars, and I look at the stuff that they do,
Jesus
and I'm like,
Christ,
oh my God, don't do that.
Their performances, like, it's more the acting for me. Like, it's so clearly put on.
Oh, yeah. Did you know, like, contestants used to go out to see their car, and they were told they have to be excited. Like, and there was one guy who was just really not excited enough that they made him go back and do it again. So he's seen the big reveal and he just wasn't happy with what they did. So he had to go back and do it again and again until they made him until he acted happy enough.
Okay, I've got two stories for you. One of them concerns me and one of them is a similar fit. So first of all, I'll paraphrase this, but so I had an ex-girlfriend, and back when I was dating her, she got us tickets to be in the audience of a TV show on the BBC. I won't say which one, but it's one of the ones where they read the news out, and there was a bit.
The BBC News Channel.
No. It's got. Anyway, so there was this.
Everyone knows what it is now.
There was this bit where they had a joke and they needed to do like a camera sweep of the audience of the audience laughing as a reaction to this joke. And this was back when I couldn't dress myself properly, and I used to wear like that fucking trench coat and the camouflage hat all the time.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
So genuinely, one of the camera crew came over to us, looked at me, and went, "No." And he moved us to the back of the fucking audience.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, so, no, you think about the audience had to be excited, though. You've reminded me of, so I used to watch, with my mother, I used to watch a lot of those shows where they'll get people in and redesign their houses and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like changing rooms and stuff. You must have seen at least one of those shows at some point in your life.
Which shows?
Changing room. Just those shows where they bring people in and they'll completely redesign people's houses.
Oh,
and it's clearly shit that they'd never be able to do on their own power.
Yeah.
And so we were watching one of those, but it's different from the others because the idea is they take the owners of the house out and then friends and family will, like... friends and family will come in without the knowledge of the, like, say, like, I'd redesign your kitchen, but they bring me in to tell them what to do, etc. Okay. So, like, friends and family would come and tell the film crew, like, we want the kitchen designed like this, etc., etc.
Yes.
And there was one where, I'm not joking, right, the couple goes away for an anniversary, and they have the children who are, like, ages 8, 12, and 15, tell them how to redesign the kitchen. And they just fucking went along with what the kids told them, which was, yeah, Mum and Dad want the kitchen redesigned to look like the bar of an American diner. And the couple came back and the kitchen just looked like the inside of McDonald's. The couple was not fucking happy. I should just point out, by the way, this never made it to air on actual TV. This was in, like, a TV show dedicated to outtakes for home renovation shows. Because apparently there's a lot of outtakes for home renovation shows. But yeah, they redesigned the kitchen to look like an American diner. The couple was not happy. And, yeah, all the crew from the show got fired or something afterwards.
Have you ever watched Come Dine With Me?
I've watched a couple episodes.
The only reason why that's a good show is the commentating.
Oh, yeah.
Over the top. Just, like, generally, someone's like, "Oh, making a souffle. I hope it goes well." And then the maid's like, "Oh, I don't think so, Janet. Look at the state of your kitchen." And I'm like, "Oh man!" But have you right?
So can I just take a sec to point? We're in a car graveyard, by the way, just like for anyone who's still following the game.
Yeah.
Like, I realise there's a game attached to us talking about shit TV.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, right, Pete?
Go on.
Can you, on your computer, just... I know we're recording, but you know what? This is train wreck stuff anyway. Can you just search the clip on your computer for "Come Dine With Me"? That some guy got so upset that he didn't win, but they announced the winner in his house, and he just has a go at everyone, and then asks everyone to leave.
I'm entirely great by this. Engineer, put the fucking clip on the screen.
You ruined my night completely, so you could have the money, but I hope now you spend it on getting some lessons in grace and decorum, because you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on.
Oh my god! What a prick! Oh wow!
That's how you end an episode.
What a prick! That's how you lose a contest. Holy shit! What a prick! Oh, this and more brought to you by shit BBC telly. Oh Christ! Right, hang on a second.
Oh no.
Chris, help! I'm panic driving.
Tell me to drive.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Keep rolling.
I'm fine. We're fine. This is fine.
You made it.
Put that fucking clip. Put the picture on the screen, engineer. This is fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just
I
like...
got really distracted, and then, like, while we were in the middle of talking about shit TV, I suddenly realised, oh, right, the shit coming at us. I can't play Mad Max and discuss Come Dine With Me.
I just looked at you going, oh god, and I'm just like, oh no. There's things we have to avoid.
Yeah.
The only way to get up there is to close.
In all fairness, you're not having the controller because you're too fucking tired for it.
I'm sorry. I just won't be good at it.
Get the car in place
I know,
down
this
here.
is why I'm take. It's
I'll load the
fine.
body onto it.
Just have a rest there, Grandpa. Don't actually close your eyes
Ah,
and fall asleep.
this is... You said I can. Peter, I'm gonna sleep.
Please don't kick the microphone.
Sorry, I just had long legs and I couldn't get past the table.
I think I've heard Jeremy Clarkson use that excuse.
I don't know. That's just generally my reason for kicking the microphone. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I had long legs, dear. Woof.
Yes.
I've got long legs, they give me more power! Oh god! Why the fuck has no one made a Mad Max parody and cast Clarkson in it? Like, you know that you watched that. Oh god. Day 23, adventuring the wasteland. Whoa.
In a world where Tesla failed his conquering.
We've got to build a car with more power, small hunchbacked man. That's the rest.
He and Richard Hammond building a car.
Hang on, let me just, where's the fucking car? Hang on. Let me put the car back on camera quickly.
I really can't remember what the name of the car was. I don't know why, but Jensen Interceptor. I know it's not a Jensen Interceptor, so...
There we go. Hammond, you idiots! You were supposed to put framework on the car! We've got to build the most powerful car in the world!
No, I have to build the most powerful car...
Pause.
...in the world.
Okay, you kind of combined Clarkson with Van Damme there for a second.
Yeah.
We're in the desert, and my pants froze. That's the rest of this fucking playthrough now, is Mad Max, hosted by Clarkson. Ah. Any preference? Because I was going to say the middle one, because that one looks like Max's car.
Yeah.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah. Easy does it. Easy does it. That was a really long shot of his face.
After only 5 hours of jump cuts, we've successfully attached the body. Unfortunately, the locals have gotten angry. Woof. I don't know if Clarkson actually says that, but for some reason, whenever I see anyone doing a Clarkson impression, they always fucking end his sentences with woof for some reason.
I don't know.
Oh dear. On the bright side, it's Clarkson, so he's got a lot of experience of punching people.
Yes.
Oh, God, that's the rest of this fucking playthrough now. Okay, like, again, the combat systems and everything I do enjoy about this stuff. It's basically Batman, but slightly clunkier. Like, oh my god, the counter window is so fucking generous.
Which is fine, because, you know...
Oh no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying...
It makes for a constantly flowing game. Like, it's very hard to break the flow.
Shit, they're throwing bombs at us. It's at this point that we realised the locals were unhappy.
Do you see that episode where Clarkson gets upset because he sees a man with a donkey?
Yes. It's at this point that we realise they might not want us here anymore. And then Clarkson skids the car around and draws a penis.
How did you crash?
I was too busy talking about Clarkson.
Shoot for the fuel tank!
Yes. Do that while you're right next to the fuel tank.
Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, he's fucking dead.
He's dead.
Right, okay.
Did that car just shift sideways?
Yes, I remember the controls for car-to-car combat now. Oh, shit. I have some slight... I had this problem when I played the game properly, is I have some slight difficulty recovering into a turn after I shoot the fuel tanks. Because the camera, like, lingers to the side for a few seconds. Oh, for fuck's sake. Drive. Okay, we're swapping to the other fucking... I'm not joking, right? The accelerate button on this controller is fucked for some reason. I don't know why. It took really good care of this controller. Oh, shit.
I like how you keep looking at me as if
I
you're waiting for something.
Sorry.
Oh, praise be! We're alive and free of the graveyard. Wait, something's loose. I can fix it now if you stop, or later at my sanctum.
Hammond, fix the car, Hunchback.
If the
Hurry up and fix
car was on fire like that, it'd be a lot more trouble.
No, it's fine. He's just that good a mechanic. Just go on for socket wrenching, twist. I don't know, the V6, V2. I don't know engines, Chris. This is why we keep you on staff.
It's a V8.
Well, not yet. It's not. Doesn't a V8 have the stack coming out of the front?
No.
I thought the whole point of the V8 was it was one of those really big engines where the engine fuck-off sticks out the front of the car.
The V stands for the V shape the pistons are in. So, right, I do this really simple, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like the engine in your car, okay, it's got 4 cylinders and they're in a line, yeah?
I know, I just thought that a V8 engine had one of those big things that came out of the front of the grille.
What, you
The
mean
air intake thingy.
on the top?
Yeah.
No. Well,
I thought that
what you're talking about is a carburettor, okay, which had like a mushroom filter on top, or something like that. Anyway, it's a carburettor. is what you're talking about. And they were on small blocks and big box V8s, sort of the American
hang on a
style.
second, Chris, plot's developing.
Goddamn plot getting in my way.
Oh no, go on. So carburetor.
Right. Go look at the engine. Right. So, see the valve covers? See that little weird rectangle on the top?
Yeah.
That would be your carburetor.
Okay.
Okay, you see that little weird thing with the wires?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a distributor cap. That's what sends off the pulses.
The thing that looks like the top of a pineapple.
Yeah, that's the thing that's setting off the electric currents to the spark plugs. And all it simply is, it's those wires are attached to little metal sticks that sticks out like this, okay, and they're in a circle. And then there is in the middle, there is a spinning piece with a rod that sticks out, and it just goes past, it touches them. As they go around in a circle, and that just sets off the timing distributor. Okay.
So it doesn't have to have a massive feeder. So
Right.
the
So
V8.
yeah, look at the engine. Can you see that circle bit?
Yeah.
That's the carburetor. The V8 represents a V configuration with 4 cylinders either side, making 8 cylinders in total. That's a V8. What you're talking about, the stack on top, is what they call a supercharger.
Oh, okay.
Which is what a supercharger does. Is a carburetor relies on the vacuum. So like the intake valve will open as the cylinder goes down, creating a vacuum which will suck the fuel and air in. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So the air goes into the carburetor, and the carburetor will also add the fuel.
So fuel moves faster, basically.
Air gets drawn in, and the fuel gets added in the carburetor. The carburetor is designed to mix the air and the fuel, to gather the air and add the fuel and mix it like as it goes into the cylinder.
Combustion happens faster.
Yeah, well, combustion will happen efficiently.
Okay.
But then that's drawn in by vacuum. Now, what you're talking about, the stack, is the supercharger on the top. Now, rather than air being drawn in by the vacuum, there's a belt attached to the supercharger. So the supercharger is powered by the engine, of which the point is it will move like these 2 corkscrews inside the blower, which will generate a positive pressure down towards the intake. So it's forced induction rather than naturally aspirated. And there's different kinds of superchargers and turbochargers. So you've got centrifugal superchargers, you've got traditional blower chargers, you've got turbochargers.
We're quickly approaching the point where you're fucking losing me now. Because it's over what going on me.
The point is, a V8 doesn't have to have a stack.
Okay.
It just has a thing on the top. Modern V8s don't have any of this because it has fuel injection.
Okay.
So it doesn't need to suck in the air and mix the fuel before it hits the cylinder. It just needs to suck in the air as smoothly as possible for maximum power, and then as the cylinder goes down, it sucks into the air and fuel is injected rather than fuel and air is added. It's more efficient and you get better power gains. That's why we don't have carburetors anymore.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have modern V8s because this is like.
So they got
because society collapsed in like the 1980s.
No, but what I'm saying is like modern V8s, you won't see a carburetor at all. So you don't. That's why you don't see that bit on
unlike
the
a
top.
1980s V8, would they always have a carburetor?
Well, the 80s is where sort of fuel injection was sort of being sort of invented. Let's just say yes.
Play devil's advocate and assume they're using V8s from the 1990s only.
You could potentially have fuel injection.
So you could potentially have some other carburetors.
Some very early versions of fuel injection, yeah.
Okay.
But no, you like in the 80s and 90s, we'll still say a strong 60-80% of V8s were still carbureted because of the 50s, 60s and 70s. They were all carbers.
Okay, and
there you go.
I think I've learned something there almost.
Oh, my brain.
Yeah. Okay. You go back to sleep for a bit, Chris. We'll call on you in a bit. And on that note, it's time to end it there. We're sorry for running this on so long. See you all next time.
So,